Very interesting. I was not expecting this. Welcome, nerds and reaction people, to another... Oh, I don't have volume. To another generally nerdy reaction. This time, Austrian Death Machine. The name of the song is something that I forgot. Hold on. Name of the song is Destroy the Machines, featuring Danny Lambesis. I'm assuming that's Phil's wife. So, yeah. Or Tim's wife, rather. Phil. I was just watching Timcast. So, yeah, this is Austrian Death Machine, Tim Lambesis' other project besides As I Lay Dying. That's a great segue into our sponsor. No, I'm joking. Into the history of the band. This band started out its life as just a silly little side project for Tim Lambesis from As I Lay Dying. Went through a bit of a dormant phase there for a while. Not going to get into that. But it's so the kind of the joke, because it's a joke side project, but the big joke, the running gag, is they have the Terminator in their band. So they have the vocals that sound like Ahhnold, that sound like the Terminator, are credited to somebody known as Ahhnold in the liner notes of the records. They have a Christmas album. This is a band that has done a couple of really funny things, and it's like solid production, even if it does definitely have its tongue firmly planted in its cheek. So that's what I know of the history of the band. We're not doing the Wikipedia thing this time around, but now we have to talk about some expectations. I definitely expect to laugh at least a little bit, because usually that Ahhnold voice makes me chuckle pretty hard. Not gonna lie. I really dig it. I think the video, like, judging by the thumbnail, the video is gonna be another performance video, lots of lights. Danny Lambesis is in it. I don't know if that's Tim's sister or if it's his wife. It's a really weird situation if it's his wife. Maybe it's his new wife. Maybe he did get divorced from the other one, and now he's got a new one who sings with him. I don't know. That's just, there's a lot of weird going on here. So I expect to enjoy it. I don't know if I will love the song, because I don't know that there's really much Austrian Death Machine that I love. I just can't get enough of this band. That's not really the case. These guys are fun to listen to, but there's definitely a lot better in the metalcore scene, and it's a joke band, so like you can't take them too seriously. So I think that's good enough for expectations. Let's do the thing. Also, I guess before we do the thing, it should be known that there's no proper disclaimer, so I have to do the disclaimer all on myself. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been in the music industry for some time, approximately 20 years to some degree. I have been doing music since I could basically talk. I've been singing for school and stuff since I was very, very small, and have been getting paid to do music-related things for approximately 20 years, be it performance, be it writing, be it production. I have done all of the things, so I know what the hell I'm talking about when it comes to those kinds of things. I also shoot music videos. I also have a YouTube channel where I have to know a lot about video production, so these are my qualifications, if you will. I also am here to have fun. So keep these things in mind when leaving comments on this video. Not everything is for everyone. There is also a lot of controversy when talking about some of the players involved in this band very specifically, and I am not unaware of this. But we're here to talk about the music and the video. We're not here to talk about their personal lives. So we're going to try and leave that stuff out. We are here to have fun, though. I need to repeat that. We are here to have fun. If you want to talk about certain things that I bring up in the video, that's absolutely a great deal. I love having music conversations with anyone who will listen. But if you're just here to try and get me with a gotcha question or make yourself feel better by putting people down, then you're probably not going to get very far with that mentality. Either way, let's get into this music, shall we? Really? Come on. Where's my button? Very interesting. I was not expecting this. There's like substance here, instrumentally speaking. I'm having difficulty. So that's kind of the first note that we're probably going to make is the vocal mix, because man, vocals just apparently are not doing so well these days. I think because Tim has been around for a while and probably got into a very set way of doing vocals, might explain some of this, but these vocals just are sitting so low in this mix. The guitar is like crazy present, is super upfront, and that might have been a poor choice. That might actually be why you can't hear the vocals as well. It did sound like there was a variation of the quote, or of the Sarah Connor quote from T2 that started the vocal situation out, but you can't really hear it because of the way it's sitting in the mix. So we're going to go back a little bit. Also, I really don't know if that's his wife or how she's related to him, but I dig the sound. I think the layers work together. I just think their vocals need to be brought up so you can understand them a little bit more. Because it's not a matter of they're screaming, of course you can't understand them. No, it's more a matter of the mix kind of sucks when it comes to their vocals. Because I listen to extreme music fairly regularly that has very crystal clear words in it. Whether or not somebody who doesn't listen to this kind of stuff regularly can understand what they're saying is not my problem. Yeah, that guitar is just drowning everything out. Like, the only reason you can hear the snare from the drum set so well is because snares have a tendency to punch through anything. But, like, you're missing some of the hi-hats, you're missing some of the toms, you're even missing some of the kick, the driving force of the rhythm section, and I don't think they have a bass player. So the guitar mix is what's really ruining this sound. Yep. All right. There is a bass in there. It's just, I don't know what the hell it's doing. It's definitely some rock bass syndrome, but that's for damn sure. But that was kind of to be expected. Oh, we didn't talk about expectation. Whatever. Where is the kick? Like, you can hear the impact of the kick, but there's no bottom end associated with that kick drum. Like, that is what a kick drum is supposed to do. You're supposed to be able to feel it in your chest, and this mix, I would have to re-EQ my end of the mix in order for that to be a thing. And like the bass is so, you got rock bass syndrome twice in this, because not only is, again, performance wise, that's kind of part of the genre. A lot of bass players in this genre don't really do much outside of the root note of the chord. I've kind of come around a little bit to the mentality of you need to fill out the bottom end, and if you do too much, I come around, I guess is probably a little too strong. I understand a little better the mindset of a bass player or of a producer who encourages a bass player to only play the root notes, because like all of the enunciation comes from the guitar, so the bass is just there to be impactful. And like, yeah, I can understand that a little bit. If you have too busy of a bottom end, then it starts to just get super muddy in general too. Sure, I'll cede that, but you still got to be able to hear the bass for it to be impactful and it not just be all guitar all the time. So, I don't know. Destroy the Machines, though. I got that part. Save humanity. Like half of those cymbal crashes are not even there. Like you see him doing them. He's definitely hitting those cymbals, but you can't hear them. So do they even really count? They're tuned to C, apparently. I don't understand. I understand the music. That's fine. I don't understand why Tim is potentially married to somebody who looks like that. It's just plastic. Like, you're a Christian dude. Like, I feel like there's a lot of issues with somebody having that much plastic in them, and then also trying to claim they are a Christian. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. That's fun. I mean, it was written in C. I don't think they were tuned to C. I think they were tuned to B because they were actually playing the first frets. Yeah, that mix though is just killing it for me. Like, just not great. There is, I couldn't even tell if there were multiple vocal tracks in the mix because you could barely hear the vocals to begin with in order to pick out the nuances of the vocal. So
the only criticism I can make, because it's the only criticism that you can hear. If the rest of the parts were more audible, then we'd have a little bit more to talk about. But you gotta fix those guitars, man. That is just not doing you any favors. Oh goodness, this is I am having some real issues with OBS right now. So that leaves us with our... Oh, is it not going to happen? What the heck? There we go. Final verdict! Yes, Austrian Death Machine is something I honestly just recommended to somebody just a couple days ago before listening to this song. That was probably a little over a week ago now. Because he likes the Ahhnold parts. It's just, I guess, is another thing. We didn't really get a whole lot of the Ahhnold. It was much too serious of an Ahhnold than we normally get, and I think that was a big part of the issue. There was no goofy "I'm going to the gym" kind of stuff in this one, which is usually what they fill this with, or I like to get to the chopper, or anything along those lines. No silly quotes, no, just a serious post-apocalyptic T2 view of the world, and not the kind of fun we were anticipating with the Ahhnold stuff. So as if I didn't know that this band had that shtick and this was the only song of theirs I had heard, I would say it was pretty enjoyable. But because we went in this with the expectation of hearing that Ahhnold voice, it kind of disappointed. So yeah, that's no bueno. Generally speaking, recommend, sure. I can't not recommend it because it's quality. Well, let's walk that back just a little bit. I would say this is kind of the top of the mediocre pile in modern metalcore. Which, if you've watched any of my stuff critiquing any genre of music, then you'll know that I have an appreciation for the mediocre pile. If I like a genre, then I'm all about the mediocre bands as well. You have to have an appreciation for that mediocrity in order to really fully see what makes the good bands good and the bad bands bad. So this is mediocre, though. You have to recognize it for what it is. It is absolutely a mediocre sound, a mediocre band when it comes to the oeuvre of the rest of metalcore as a genre. So yeah, sure, recommend mildly, but maybe not to anybody who is just getting into the genre necessarily. That being said, thank you very much, nerds, for joining. There is going to be more reaction videos getting posted. I have at least one more to record tonight. And then don't forget to check out the Week in Nerddom, our once-a-week news show where we talk about all of the things that are going on in the pop cultures, talk about rumors, and analyze the likelihood of whether or not the rumor is really going to happen. And all of that being said, I appreciate your faces, nerds. We'll see you in the next one. Before we go, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.